Hello, this is Ken Zenkan with SwingWise Golf. Welcome to the channel. This video is about what honest 3 handicap golf looks like with a golfer over 50. Let's hop into it. So the first hole is 331 from the tees I play from. And I'm just going to try and aim down the left center of the fairway and hit a 3-wood. All right, so my name's Ken Zenkan. Just starting out this channel called SwingWise Golf. Premise is going to be what 2 to 3 handicap looks like at over 50. So this is the maiden voyage. It's my first round of the year, first 9. So let's see what we got. We started on the first hole, Atlanta National, 331 yard par 4. So I just hit a 3-wood off the tee, hopefully get somewhere around 100 yards and have like a sandwich. And that's the plan anyway. I'm going down the right center of the fairway, so off to a good start. All right, so we're in the right center of the fairway, and I've got about 93 yards to the pin. The pin is kind of in a sucker spot on the front. There's only about maybe 5 yards of room before it and maybe another 8 yards behind it, so you gotta hit a pretty precise shot. I'm gonna aim slightly right of the green because there's a little bit more room over to the right to make sure I leave myself in a good spot if I don't hit the green. All right, let's go hit the shot. All right, so got a 54 degree. I'm gonna hit it maybe like 80-85%. Try and get up there somewhere near the pin. All right, caught a piece of the front right of the green, so pretty good shot. First hole par. So this hole's 190. There's really not a lot of bailout spots because it's one of these turtleback greens. So I am going to try and hit a 5-iron. Pretty much straight, but I'm going to favor the left a little bit, although that bunker is really not in play because it's way short. A little bit of a fatty magoo, so kind of left myself short-sided. We'll see what happens. All right, hole number 3, about a 500-yard par 5. Part of what I've learned on this hole is I don't need to hit driver, and driver's not the right club, even though it's par 5 and I can get there in 2 if I hit a driver, but the likelihood of hitting it in the right spot is too low. So I'm just gonna hit a 3-wood, see where it goes. So through 2 holes, we're 1 over, parred the first, bogeyed the second. A little bit about me. I grew up playing baseball, switched to golf around 15-ish, and it's been my passion ever since. I wasn't good enough to play in college unless I wanted to go to like a small college, but I wanted to go to a bigger university, so I went to Georgia Tech. I've been playing golf off and on, and throughout my life. Then life hits you with kids and work and responsibilities, and you don't get to play as much. So I had taken like a 5-year sort of hiatus, taking my son around to play a lot of baseball tournaments. And then about 3.5 years ago, I rejoined the country club and started playing again. And shortly into it, I was really mad at myself because I felt the course was too hard. My game was pretty not good. So I was searching YouTube, as a lot of us do, to find the secret sauce. And for me, it was stumbling across a golf course management video with Scott Fawcett and Decade, and started implementing that a little bit after that, and I feel that's what's driven my handicap down the most. So I started at 12.9, got down to a 2.2 about a year and a half ago, and have maintained somewhere between a 2 and a 3, or even to like a 4, and then it gets back down over the last year and a half. So anyway, like I said, I ended up in the rough over here. Gonna go down and hit a layup shot, probably just hit like an 8-iron, so I can lay up to around 100 yards. All right, got an 8-iron, just gonna try and hit something like 160 yards or so down there, 170. It's a big fall off, so I'll get a little bit of an advantage. And just lay up to around 100 yards, 110, something like that. A little fatter than we wanted, but should be fine. Driving down to find our third one. Guessing I might have more like 140-ish in, but we'll see. It's in the middle of the fairway, so shouldn't be a problem. It's just interesting. I've been playing this hole for 12 years, and before I started doing the golf course management, I used to hit driver off this one and found that I should be hitting a 3-wood, or even sometimes if it's dry out here, at a 2 or a 3 hybrid. But anyway, here we go. Go see where we're at. All right, pretty good. About 10 feet. All right, so I hit a pretty good shot. It might be about more like 6 or 7 feet for birdie. Just played it like a 3-shot par 5. It's one of the things I've learned over the golf course management journey is how much it just helps to play within yourself, and I just try to optimize being in fairways as much as possible, and then hitting reliable, safe approach shots. So also trying to lay up to yardages that I like I like that 125 number, so I saw it was 123. I was pretty happy. Let's see if we can make the putt. All right, so off to the 4th hole. We're still 1 over. We're gone par, bogey, par. And then where I was just talking about was I saw the the Scott Fawcett video on golf course management in Decade, and watched a few more. Started to learn those concepts, and then started watching other creators like the Golf Sidekick, and I'd already been watching a lot of the playing ones like the Brian Bros, Grant Horvat, Micah Morris, and etc. And just really enjoy watching good golfers play. So, but anyway, getting back to the golf course management, it's just something I knew about. I mean, I played in high school, and we would buy these yardage books and mark them up, but we didn't really know the nuances of the strategy. And going, dropping my handicap virtually like 10 strokes is, I tested at least half of that to the golf course management. The rest would be, getting to play a little bit more. And I've had streaks when I was a 5 before, when I was single, before I had kids. And even when I had kids, when I had more time to play, I could get it down to like a 6 or 5 sometimes, but it was never really consistent, reliable. I kind of feel now using the golf course management stuff, I've reduced the higher numbers, right? So my overall average has dropped quite a bit. And last summer I had, when you go into the GIN, it showed like 10 scores. They were all under 80. That felt like a pretty good accomplishment. So I'm sticking to it. I'm just trying, to make sure I manage it and keep doing it. I do find that, I'll lapse sometimes and not pick a right aiming point. I think that's really the most critical one. And, occasionally I'll hit the wrong club, but I really feel that it is such a game changer for me, and hopefully for the rest of y'all. Not pretty, but okay. Pulled it. All right, so I actually pushed it. I looked up into the sun, and it went a little long. So we're just over there. I'm gonna chip up. All right, not too bad. That's how you do it. Good old broom lock putting. We'll get into that later. So Atlanta National is a traditional course, and by that I mean the tee boxes are close together, so not a lot of talking between holes, but we can do that out to the fairway and to the green. But anyway, hole number 5, it is 400 yards, 399 for my tee box. There's a really steep hill though, so it really more plays like 430, 420, kind of depending where you end up. This hole I'll hit a driver, and let's go hit it. First driver of the season. All right, so pretty straight away shot here. I'm gonna hit my driver. Fairway's pretty wide open. Kind of want to favor the right center because there's a little speed slot down there, but then it also could get you in trouble because it'd be too far right, but the pin's on the left today, so we got pretty much the whole fairway to work with, even the right side. That was pretty good. Right down the middle. All right, so we've played 4 holes. We're still 1 over, 3 pars and a bogey. Kind of a typical kind of start out here. The 5th hole is a little bit harder, even though it's kind of straightforward. The elevation change and the green are pretty difficult coming up on this next shot. But oh my, hit that one pretty far for an old man. But anyway, I'll get this yardage. I'm gonna have a really easy shot, it looks like, and I think the pin is in the front bowl, so you hit it a little bit farther than the pin, it with spin or not, it's gonna come back down the hill. So I might have a chance to get this pretty close, but we'll see when I shoot the yardage. It could be on the back plateau, and then it makes it a lot harder shot because you got to navigate that swell. So we got 130, got a pitching wedge. There's a little bit of a breeze into a little bit. I just really want to make sure I get it past the ridge, or I'm going to have like a 40-foot putt. A little thin, but that should be pretty good if it gets there. Like it took a good bounce forward. Let's go see what happened. I've already mentioned it a couple times, but the golf course management just really changed things for me. I feel a lot more confident when I'm going to shoot. So like, one of the things I've noticed is if I start off poorly, I don't get in my head as much as I used to. I can kind of keep a calming sense over myself, in which I know I average around 9-10 greens around. I don't 3-putt a whole lot. I feel like I don't make as many putts as I should, but I'm actually probably closer than what I should be, than I think I am to that, based off of like strokes gained and whatnot. But I have come up with a new kind of putting style that has helped a lot. I feel a lot more confident on the shorter ones, and it looks like I got a very good opportunity now. The pin was on the back shelf, and it looks like I got another like 5-footer for birdie. Might even be 4 feet. So hopefully I do better than I did on the par 5 a few holes ago. Let's go see. Tweet, tweet, motherfucker. That makes life a lot easier. I don't know if you can see the screen. There's a big undulation like right about here. You don't get it past that to get back there. All right, we got 133, hole 6. I think we're back down to even. Just made birdie on the last hole. So about 133. I'm gonna try and take a little bit off a pitching wedge. Just try and get it there in the middle of the green. Pretty much straight at it, if not a little bit right of it, because everything will fall off to the left once it gets to the green. But once again, it's a green that's got a split in it, so I want to make sure I get it back there, but there's also not a lot of room back there, so definitely don't want to go over. Might need to get up. Caught it a bit thin, a little short. Rolled down to the bottom, but it's on the green and very much so 2-puttable, so mission accomplished. All right, so we got about maybe 25, 28 feet, not too bad. Right up the hill. Should go a little right to left. Really just trying to make par. Somehow this goes in. Bonus. Stress-free pars, that's what we're looking for. Oh, get it! Ah, stress-free par. Yes, sir. That's it. Like, I think the magic of golf course management strategies is it's kind of boring golf, but a lot less stressful, a lot more fun to say you shot 75, 76. For me, anything under 80's really good, but gotten to the point where like a 75, 74 is where I feel really comfortable with the round, or like I played my best. As we know with handicaps, it's not your exact scoring average, so it's a little bit more favorable. But, you know, thought I was a good golfer when I was a single digit handicap, more towards the 9-8 side, but feel a lot more accomplished being a 2. Not to sound too egotistical, but just feels a lot better, and I don't know, it just seems more reliable. There's some also mental things that I've gotten over. I don't know how to like pass that on to anybody else necessarily, other than hopefully it's an epiphany for you too one day if you struggle with that. I mean, I used to like start off, make a double or something, just feel like I'm gonna shoot bad the rest of the round. Now I just, this one hole I made a double, you know, not out of the question I'm gonna make a double every once in a while, or even one around maybe, but just feel like I got it out of the way and not thinking about making another one. So anyway, it's a little bit about the mental side for me. I used to just also be looking ahead to holes going, oh, that's an easy hole, that's a par or birdie, that's a par or birdie. And I think, oh, well, that's a hard one. And then it'd be a more negative effect of, that's a hard one, how are you gonna make par or birdie? So anyway, so through 6, we're back to even. I think it's 4 pars, a bogey, and a birdie. Let's see what we got here. All right, 7 plays, 407. I am going to lay up with a 3-wood once again, because around 250-ish, there's a plateau that goes down the hill. I haven't been out here in a while, and I don't know if they've mowed that area recently or not. So I don't want to hit a good driver and end up with a bad downhill lie. So for this shot, you want to, I'm going to aim left center of the fairway. Hopefully cut it back just a hair. Down the left side, there's a lot of room over there. If you go too far right, you cut yourself off, and there's a lot of tree trouble over there. All right, I hope you're getting an idea of what it's like from the perspective of somebody over 50 who's been able to get their handicap down. It's not as sexy as you'd see on TV, like Rory McIlroy or whatever, but you know, I think it's achievable for everybody. It's really just for me about playing smart, like I've been saying, and putting some thought into the shot before you hit it. I think a lot of people just walk up to the tee, par 4, it's long, they hit my driver, par 5, longer, gonna hit my driver, and it's just really not the smartest way to play. Like in the summer a lot, if I knew the conditions, I'd sometimes hit driver off this hole because I'm okay if I can get it all the way down the hill or close to it. But since I haven't been out here in a while, I just wanted to play the more sensible shot, and it looks like I just barely went through the fairway, but that's okay. I have a level-ish lie, which is what I was looking for. So let's go out there, check out the yardage, and see if we can't get it close. All right, we got 133 down a hill. I mean, 133 is with the slope, so gonna try and hit this about 135, 136, get past the pin. It's in the front area. I just want to make sure I get it there. Gonna aim pretty much towards that pine tree in the back, or oak tree in the back. That was a really nice chip. All right, we're on to the 8th hole, so that's another par, so I'm still even through 8. You know, one of the things that helps a lot too is I've gotten really comfortable with my driver and my 3-wood. I would highly recommend spending some time at the range or, you know, practicing more with them when you're out playing. I like to play practice sometimes as well, and try and hit different shots with your 3-wood and driver. Because even though I'm not a longer hitter, like I think I might have said, I carried about 250, 260 if I really catch one. But you can, being in the fairway to me is really important. I know they say bomb and gouge is the way to go, but you know, when your swing speed's around 100 to 102 with your driver, it's not a lot faster with my iron. So I'm still confused how these guys get out of the tall stuff the way they do on tour, but it's just really their swing speed, I believe. So, you know, a little hint, if you're a guy who doesn't swing that hard, between like 95 and 102, 105 even, just try and get in the fairway. At least you know you're not gonna have a bad lie. And if you do, then you're playing a really bad course. All right, so it looks like they're working on the tee boxes I normally play, so I got a little bit of bonus on this. Is one of the harder holes out here. It's like a 90-degree dogleg right, par 4. I think on the scorecard it says somewhere around 400 or 420, something like that. But really all you can do is aim out towards that fan, try and put a little cut on it. From here I can go over the tree line, but I'm still gonna favor cutting it around it rather than going directly over it. I got a 3 hybrid. I'm gonna tee it up a little bit higher just in case I go near the trees and make sure I carry it. And we pulled it off right around the corner. Let's go. It's a lot better than I thought for my first round. So this is, like I've been saying, what it looks like to be a senior golfer, which means over 50, and how I play golf, to have a 2 handicap, 2 to 3 handicap throughout the year. I've been maintaining that for about 3 years now. So it's, you know, it's like fundamentals, like they say in a lot of sports. It's hitting fairways, hitting smart shots to the green, not, you know, never hitting a stinger before and go, oh, I'm gonna hit a stinger here. You know, I think if you work on a few basic shots, you can get out here and start playing really good golf and breaking 80 before you know it. Just get a reliable tee shot, whether that's your driver, or 3-wood, or mini driver. A couple reliable chip shots. I mean, you don't have to learn every crazy shot under the sun. I wouldn't recommend trying to hit tie spinners off the jump. But you know, it's like on a lot of sports. If you work on the fundamentals, you can get really good. And if you do the fundamentals right, the right way, and then just do a little bit of strategy before you hit, instead of like just trying to bring the course to mercy with like brute force or something. Because most of us amateurs don't hit it like the pros, and I'm sure there are a bunch of ex-baseball players who might be 20, 30 handicaps that can carry it 300 plus, but it's the exception, not the rule. So I like to use a little bit of game theory in that if the percentage is not in my favor, I'm gonna try my hardest not to hit that shot. Like, I really don't hit a lob shot unless it's absolutely mandatory. And if it's me just playing by myself in a stroke play or match play, maybe match play, it would be worth it. You know, if the guy's already up there close for birdie and I'm short-sided, you know, got to do whatever I can because he's not gonna. But I also don't want to not have a chance to make par if he misses the putt. So I think it's better to rein that stuff in personally. Got 160 to a front pin, got a 7-iron, going to try and hit it about 5 yards past the pin. Just want to make sure I'm middle of the green. Luckily they put the pin in the middle today, so should have a good shot at this. Right on it. Oh my, I think we got another 4 or 5 footer. All right, so I guess I got about 8 or 9 feet. About exactly what I wanted to do, hit it straight on line. It's a little downhill. I think it's gonna break left to right. Let's see if we can make it. That's what you like, stress-free, although you'd like to make a birdie there instead of a par, but it's one of the harder holes. We caught a break because the tees were up a little, but anyway, par is good, not bad. I haven't really put myself in a position to make a double yet today, so that's the focus point for me, is just don't make big numbers. All right, on to number 9. It's a par 5, short par 5, like 485-ish. So if I hit a good one, I can get home in 2 fairly easily. The big challenge is there's a waste bunker that goes up the middle, so it's a split fairway. So it's a little warmer today. I'm probably should carry it if I hit it good, but let's see what happens. All right, not too bad down the left side of the fairway / rough. Either way, pretty decent shape. Probably going to be playing it as a 3-shot par 5, but I'm probably going to be in a zone where I can make it. So let's get up there and see what it's like. Show you the decision making I make. So somehow, I mean, I'm a little rusty, obviously. I do have like a setup in my house where I can hit balls, and I probably at least hit a few 9-irons or wedges almost every day, but never totally like, don't have any feel for my swing, but I haven't even hit like a lot of, like the drive on 5 I hit pretty solid, but I haven't hit anything like really pure, and I've hit some, you know, slight misses, which is good, that have turned out pretty good, so I'm pretty happy so far. Let's see if we can keep it together on the next 9.5 holes. Layup shot, just got a little chippy 9. Try and set myself up for the next shot. Hold it a little bit, but should be fine. Gonna have some around 90 to 110 in. All right, got exactly a hundo. So I got 100 yards. I'm gonna hit a shot that I've been working on a little bit before the end of the season last year, where I tried to just take a 3/4, so it keeps it lower to flight it a little bit. So I got a 54, sitting a little bit right of the pin, slopes a little bit to the left as well. So here we go. Not too bad. I think it's about 15 feet or so for birdie. All right, about to get done with 9. I have to film the other 9 on another day. Couldn't get out here early enough to play 18. So we will see the conclusion Wednesday, I guess. But another birdie putt. We didn't hit it. Oh, we did hit it. Broke off to the right at the end. Stress-free par though. Stress-free golf. That's what I recommend. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be bringing you a lot more content like this, so you get a feel for what it's like for a golfer over 50 to have a 3 handicap.